Morena Wano. Morena. Welcome to this reading. You are tuning in. My name is Chelsea. I am a descendant of Naru Hinerangi and Tiatiawa here in New Zealand. I am based in Palmerston North. And today we are going to tap into the collective of energies to see what you, as the viewer, are needing to hear today. Take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Calling in the guides, Cinder Masters, to come and allow me to channel clear messages. So I'm seeing the priestess, the page of materials, 8 of materials. We've got the ace of materials and the 2 of voices in reverse. So I'm reading from the Muse Tarot today. I feel like there's going to be a lot of real deep DNA upgrades that are happening for you at this time. There's a lot going on under the surface I'm seeing here. There's a lot of transformation energy. The top row, we have the priestess with the page of materials and the 8 of materials. Page of materials in reverse. And this is Pentacles. So we're talking seed energy. There is a deep transformation happening in your feminine energy at this time, viewer. You are being guided by Wairua. You're being guided by spirit. You have been tapping into realms. I'm seeing a lot of dream state energy happening for you. There's a lot of third eye upgrades happening. You might have a lot of pain in your head at the moment, a pain in your, you could be experiencing a lot of headaches. I'm hearing drink more water, get more rest, spend more time clearing your dream state space. So I'm hearing your bedroom is really needing a good cleanse. Ace of emotions in reverse. Yeah, you're coming into you're kind of stepping out of being in a freeze nervous system response. And I feel that is because you are addressing these underlining things that have been sitting in your subconsciousness. With the ace of materials and the ace of emotions now aligning, there is still more uh, softness that you're going to be learning how to work and bridge into your physical reality. I feel like this is a big distortion that you have been working through with the 2 of voices in. Is that light like just the most terrible or what? Let me have a look here. That's not really any better, is it? Okay, we'll work on that. I do like the light though. Can we change? Okay, we'll just leave that. Let me have a sip. Anyway, okay. 2 of voices. Yeah, there is, but I feel like this is a past distortion. I feel like you've been actually recovering a lot from whatever you have just escaped out of. I feel like there has been, yeah, you have done a lot of work at purging and remaining in a really soft and beautiful feminine energy. But whilst going through, like, I'm seeing you pulling your hair out stressed, and I'm seeing you like your head is melting. But it's like you pulled away, but there was so much mental, there's so much like mindset work. This has been your journey, has been all about the mindset. This journey that you have been on, viewer, has been about overcoming your own lack, your own scarcity, your own distortion. And I feel with this seven of emotions coming through, this is just a confirmation for you that you have been, oh my gosh, yes. I love this reading. We've got the eight of materials up top of the seven of emotions. So, as within, so without, as above, so below. Everything that you have been working through in the emotional state of yourself, you segregated everything, you held it, you've actually learned, and you've the lessons that have been coming through for you during the space and what you have been going through have been lessons of patience, have been learning to love yourself in a more softer way, learning how to juggle or learn how to balance the things that have been important to you. Because I feel even like some of these things that you have been balancing, you've actually had to learn how to let it go, knowing that there is a connection there, knowing that whatever this is for you, take how it resonates. If this is a person, you've really learned how to detach from people and learn to love them without needing to be all up in their tits and their shit, right? You have mastered how to overcome a lot of your emotional wounds you've done. And this is so whether you have been really deep in your father wound healing, in your lineage healing with your mother. Here in Aotearoa at the moment in New Zealand, we're doing a lot of deep lineage healing because the indigenous people of this whenua, of this land, are speaking up. They are speaking their truth. And this is the same energy. You have for so long you have been taught how to see in the dark, right? You grew up in the dark. Maybe you've had a really traumatic childhood. You've had a lot of things happen to you. You have been segregated. And I'm feeling this here with the Eight of Voices now. This is actually a purposeful energy. You've actually known that you had to be in this energy so you could bridge into the light, into to see, because she's still delicate. She's a gorgeous woman in a lace dress, and she is curious about the fish. The fish, for me, represent knowledge, wisdom, emotions. So this is a deep, 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 deep um, detanglement that you have been through, viewer. Okay. Let's just get some specifics about what the viewer has been juggling. This eight of materials. Thank you. Moving forward. So we've got the chariot. So moving forward in balance, you've been really concentrating and understanding how to move forward in balance, having your body implemented here on earth foundational wise. You have been working on your survival and coming out of it, essentially, is what I'm saying. Moving forward by being really good at learning where things go, putting people in their place, putting the items in your home where they belong. And if they don't belong in your home, if it's because of the energy or whatever it is, then it's removing that, having that knowledge and that awareness and discernment to be able to fulfill that action. Seven of Wands. I'm feeling like there's a lot of people around you that are feeling quite entitled to your energy. And I feel like you're learning how to use discernment upon that. Because it's quite high where you are. It's quite it might be quite lonely for you, viewer. It might be quite it might be quite it yeah, it's definitely been a very, very, very long road for you. But where you're at now is the top of your tower, right? Because the Chariot bringing you into balance, you have been on a journey, and that journey is and has been taking yourself out of the space and moving and merging outwardly because of your distortion. So a lot of people that are having this entitlement to you, viewer, are creating that distortion. Timelines emerging. Sometimes you'll see your shadows try come into your light by leading you into the darkness. Yeah, so this is you working through that. You need more boundaries around your personal space. Use discernment a lot more. This person is who they say they are. So you may be dealing with a specific person. Can we just get some energy on this person is who they say they are? Okay. So if this is about a specific person, this person is leading you astray. Okay. There is some discernment that you are needing to take care of. You are needing more boundaries. Spirit is literally saying you're needing more boundaries. Timelines are merging. I feel like you're definitely on a path where you are almost feeling like you need to choose two paths. The Chariot says you don't need to choose any path. It's actually your destiny path. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. You are here to serve, viewer. You are the priestess. You are the chosen for your DNA, and what you're bringing through is discernment, because I feel like a lot of your ancestors also didn't have discernment because they didn't get that opportunity, right? Because of trauma and because of responses and the nervous system, the timelines and what they're talking about, these are past life, these are DNA, this is trauma held within your tinana, within your body, right? So when you're coming into your nervous system, you are understanding that people do things to you that are unacceptable, and your boundaries around your personal space and the way that you have built your life and the way that you have overcome so many hurdles and trials and tribulations, and what kept you in that space was your connection to Wairua, your connection to spirit, your connection to Tipuna, to your ancestors, to your bloodline, because your bloodline is not a distortion. Who you are in your physical and what you do in your nest is not a distortion. So, the ace of emotions and the ace of materials I'm feeling is when you come out of that distorted energy and you're able to actually understand more about your emotional self, connecting in to those deeper parts of you, right? And that's why I love that the emotions always is associated with water, because water is so deep. The Ace of Materials, this is coming back in to your tinana, into your flesh, your blood, and your bone. But remembering that your craft, essentially, and the way that you love and the way that you show up is all a multi-dimensional, and they are all different versions of yourself. You are all of these versions. But when you don't have protection over your personal space, when you don't have boundaries, when you are allowing people to do things to you and you're too scared to speak your truth and you're not willing to go the extra mile for yourself, that is where the distortion comes in, and people can, or people have in the past, not been able to quite get you where they need you, but the distortion that it's creating for you is actually leading you off path. Okay. And that's where we're at here, which is the Six of Swords leading you off path. So, Spirit, can we please wrap this up, and can we please get some energy moving forward for the viewer? Okay, Spirit said pack these away. So that's what we shall do. If you are resonating with these messages, please let me know down in the comments. And it's just so amazing for you to be here and for you to be allowing me to channel these messages for you today. And as always, take what resonates and discard the rest. This God. Okay, so final messages. Moving on. What does the viewer need? Yeah, not everyone in your circle is trustworthy. So another confirmation. Cycles ending, time for rest and integration. You're doing it. You're meant to feel lonely. You're sharing too much with someone. Reassess your connections. So not everyone in your circle is trustworthy and you're sharing too much. So this and cycles ending, there are really, 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 they are really, really, really showing the lack of boundaries that you actually have. So you're meant to feel lonely. Feel lonely. Be in your home and feel a little bit lonely. That means that you are no longer people pleasing. If you can sit in your home and just be in your home and reside in your home, that is a sense of safety. If you can't do that, if you're constantly seeking validation outside of your home or continuously inviting energy into your home, there is a alarm bell that should be going off, because it's showing that you can't be alone. There are some unsafety things that are happening in your tinana, in your body, in your wairua, your spirit, leading you back into your childhood. Your child feels unsafe to be alone. You are doing it. You're freaking doing it, person. Okay? You're doing it. You're doing it. What else? To wrap this, and for the viewers moving forward, this person ending these cycles. So sometimes it's because you don't say anything that makes you the problem. Find the role that you play, right? Because sometimes not saying something is actually worse because you're still enabling. Believe in yourself more. So trust what comes through for yourself is what I'm hearing. Trust that you have enough discernment within your own energy to know what the right thing to say is. Trust that, trust the way you are told to do things. Trust the process. Believe in yourself more. So trust the way that you are told to do things. This is from spirit. Trust that the universe or the wairua or, whoever you connect to Whoever you hear on a daily, who you are trusting, trust that they know the process, trust that the universe actually has a plan for you, and all you need to do is just take action. But that action is actually divinely guided. And if you don't have a connection to your Wairua, or your the way that you connect to spirit within yourself and within your own culture, or even if it's not a culture, but everyone has a culture, like every spiritual person has a whānau, um, and they are a descendant. And it's important to have that and to take that, because when you are sure of yourself, you get to say what you want to in the space, and it doesn't become a problem because you're just speaking your truth. So it's learning how to also simplify things. Sharing too much is giving people emotional access to you, and not everyone deserves emotional access to you, viewer, because you've worked really hard to establish boundaries. You've worked really hard to establish safety in your tinana, safety in your home. And all of these boundaries are to protect that, because we work really hard for that, and it's sustainable, right? When we are protected, we are sustained. We are well and truly within our own sustainability. Yeah, your nurturing energy is a powerful healer, and angels always got your back. So continue to share your voice, but make sure that you are simplifying it to the point where not everyone gets to have all of those beautiful soft parts of you. Everyone in your circle should be trustworthy. You should be able to feel safe in your body. So, yeah, that's where you're at. If this resonates, let me know. If you would like to book a personal reading with me and get one of these readings, but for yourself, they are $88 New Zealand. You can find me on Instagram and send me a DM. I am over there, where you can also find my coaching packages, and I post on there regularly as well, all sorts of different things. So give me a follow. I'm also on Facebook, as I hold events as well. And you can find me at Goddess Her on Facebook. I'm sending you all sorts of beautiful lots of love. We are ending the reading here. Thank you, viewer. Thank you, Wairua. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Papatua Nuku, our Earth Mother, for holding this space. We're cutting all cords and ties attached to anyone or anything. We plug them into Source. And I hope to see you on the next reading. Thank you, everybody.